CBS Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the National Football League.
Ready, set, let's go. This fire's blazing, we're troublemaking, we got you shaking. Ready, set, let's go.
Over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And into a sea of red, we're underway in Kansas City. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here are the Chiefs now coming out for their opening drive. Leading this unit will be the big arm man out of Texas Tech. 10th pick in the 2017 draft, Patrick Mahomes. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill that time. And now it's 2nd down. This is the offense we're going to see coming up in this one, and Travis Kelce will be key.
What a tremendous weapon he is, especially in the red zone. Knows how to find the end zone when running his routes.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes now to throw. That's complete. It's Bell. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. The starters now defensively for Baltimore.
Earl Thomas is the rangiest free safety in the game. Great reactions, great understanding, and boy, will he strike you when the ball's in his area.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
You got nothing.
On play action, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged, because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Mahomes going to fire this out wide to Hill. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
First drive of the game. We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And in practice, it wasn't about a lot of big shots on that opening drive. They wanted to put together a series of plays, sustain it. They've done that. The defense now on their heels a little.
That they are. And you know what else is happening now? they're gaining information. They're gaining knowledge about how the defense is planning on playing them. So not only are they being successful on this drive, they're filing things away for future drives in this game.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
It's in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. From the gun, it's a run for Williams. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rush is just tee off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him to mess it.
And he takes this into touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Chiefs take it right down and score on the opening drive. That was a really good opening drive on a number of fronts. 10 plays, very methodical, set the tone.
So you know right now, if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're on the sideline saying, okay, what do we have to dial up in order to get off the field a lot faster? Because both sides are out there for 10 plays, but one side comes off energized, and the other side comes off with some questions.
Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. So here are the Ravens now as they get set for their opening. They'll have Lamar Jackson calling the shots, the former Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. And right away, he lost the football.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. This is because the quarterback, the ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Ready. Hey, over. Check. Watch 54. Hey, tighten down.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Jackson from the shotgun. And he's got Snead. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us they won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot. Pretty well there. You go 3 and out. I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores. Could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Now Jackson on first down. It's complete to Snead. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Got him in. It's Brown. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 42 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Yellow.
7-7, our score after 1.
Yellow. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Check 43.
They go play fake. Mahomes gonna let one fly for Rupp. It got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's a gain of 34.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Back to the air on second down. It's Mahomes. His throw incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Patrick Owasor coming in to drop him for a loss of 8 and fourth. And they brought the pressure there just right up the gut, didn't they?
Yeah, they certainly did. And, you know, when you've got so many different responsibilities as an offensive line, you got to deal with the nose tackle, the 2 defensive tackles or ends, and then sometimes you just can't account for everyone. The linebacker slipped free.
On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is DeAnthony Thomas. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Jackson on first down. Snead's got it. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 25 yards that time. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Check 52.
This is Ingram on first and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Like so many tight ends now, putting him in the slot and letting him go to work, and that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Jackson and the offense come up first and 10, and he's a perfect 6 for 6 here to start the ball game. On the counter, Ingram. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
At this stage of the game, they've been out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down.
Ingram again, a first down carry. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Now, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Three yards on that last carry. Here's second and 7. Jackson now. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. From the gun on third down, Jackson. And he's got his man. Marquise into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs offense. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure that his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces on 4th. Pretty effective blitz there to stop the draw play right in its tracks.
And actually, when they blitz, draw play is supposed to work very well. Use the runner, and he slips past them. But they put their eyes in the right place, took away all the creases, and slowed him down in a big way.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Returnable for Thomas. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And the Ravens taking the field. And you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering, doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Now on third down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So on fourth down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half.
Welcome back to the AFC Championship presented by Intuit TurboTax. And now we'll see the dangerous Kansas City Chiefs.
Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And the third quarter starts with a run by Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra ball. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down. We know, but watch out for those wheels.
Kind of harkens back to guys they used to call the scrambler and the dodger. This guy can make it work.
Field opened up. He took advantage. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They run the counter. Ingram, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two.
Plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? Ready to go.
53. Mike. I got you, boy.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be a team.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Gotta credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13.
Check 53, Mike. Check 53.
From the gun, Jackson. Open space inside the 10. Roberts got it. And he gets it all the way down to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think it all came together there. And drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Now that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
They come out here in the I. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tyrann Mathieu, normally known for the pass coverage, this time a sack.
When you're this close to the goal line, you got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
So it's 3rd and goal now, and this is where the Arrowhead crowd can make it very tough.
53 is the Mike. Come, baby.
From the gun, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the 1st. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down.
I think a lot of people ask, why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air because of that game for the defense.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And they're in time.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. This just a 24-yard attempt. Tucker's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is to see those points go on the board gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now a pass that's taken in by Hill. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. Matt Judon there to bring him down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Give him 8 yards there. Still a few inches to go, though, as it'll be 3rd down and about the length of the football. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Yellow. Oh, you got deep?
On 1st down, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. And the trend 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do. He might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is, he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. That'll put him at 77 yards receiving for the ball game. It's a 1st down. Mahomes now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense is where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it to Williams. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. 2nd and long.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call
the receiver
PPR?
still gets a point there. You went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. And again, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Jalen Ferguson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. It's a loss of moving the ball well offensively, really getting into a groove. Last play, pass completion. Now, finally, the defense gets there.
And you have to find a way to disrupt their rhythm. Do you do it with coverage, or do you do it with pressure? They elected to go with pressure.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, to get back in the game, the field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough. They got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
Fielded about a yard deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose, as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Nick Boyle that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Jackson, that's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson, escaping the pressure right. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Anthony Hitchens. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. So nursing it is the opposite of protecting that slim lead.
All I can think here is that head coach, he knows more about what's going on with his team than we do. He must know something's up. Either he has trouble with his punter, right? He's worried about his defense. There's an explanation in there that we're going to ask for after the game, because in this situation, I wouldn't have done that in normal circumstances, but maybe he thought my best opportunity is with my offense.
Interesting. Back in their own territory. Now we'll see what transpires. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Back to throw. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it first and goal. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up?
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
Well, this defensive unit certainly picked a great time to make...
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line.
Brandon, offensively, this has been a tough day for him. Trying to find a place to throw the football. It's been extremely, give a lot of credit to the secondary, especially the corners who have had the receivers on lockdown.
Heading back out onto the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining. The Ravens taking a knee with victory seemingly in hand here. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Down to a knee goes Jackson, and that should seal it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
I got you.
Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. But he will not be able to bring it back. My goodness, what a bizarre ending. The kind of decision that could get a quarterback released before he gets back to the locker room. But fortunately for him and his crew, the ball game is over. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Kansas City, so long, everybody.